Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 36 of Let's Platinum Dark Souls 3. Alright, let's go spend the souls that we got last time. 1, 2. I'm just going to spend 2 immediately, because I'm almost positive that 1 would not give me enough for the Cathedral Knight gear. Beautiful. Ooh, maybe it was going to be enough. It's okay. I do need Vitality for later as well if I have... if I want to use like different things, like the winged knight leggings, these ones, they're still really good, and I'm still 1.1 away from being able to use them. So maybe I'll do it. How am I doing on levels anyway? Level 76, which is really good because that's still really low. Vitality, strength. I still want to pump up like vigor and endurance up to 30, but I felt like the Cathedral Knight armor. So now I look pretty cool. Now I think I look alright. But yeah, I still want to pump that up. And look, we're down to like 9,000 souls, so that's great. Alright, let's use the... Yeah, Osiris the Consumed King gets put here rather than in Lothric Castle and Dragon Barracks. So let's go straight there. And we're going to finish off the Consumed King's Garden. Or, well, now it's actually a different area. And this will be really fun. I think for someone who hasn't played this game... like if you're watching this for the first time and just like experiencing it, I like this area of the game because it's I think one of the things that From Software do well is that even though the story is very, very difficult to understand, if you really take the time and you like read every single item and try and put it all together, puzzle it all together if that's what you like doing, you can actually get a pretty complete story. And the thing I like about this area is we're about to enter it. I don't know if it's even this. There's these little guys here, right? And they're all dead, but for some reason you can actually attack them and get blood to spatter out of them. They're all dead except for one, and we're gonna there he is. And it's a bit weird because like, why is this one guy alive? All right, something to watch out for with this guy. Just be very careful. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I got him. He's the only one that's alive. He doesn't... Well, he may drop something, but he doesn't drop any like specific item that you definitely get. And I have a feeling I know what he's there for, but I'll explain that in a sec. If we come over here, you can see this knight is sat in a very specific position. And if we pillage remains, we get the Path of the Dragon gesture. And that'll enable us to enter the secret area later on. So that's important to get. You definitely need that. This one's facing away, so it's just a normal chest. And we can collect a Titanite scale. But if you thought this was a dead end, excuse me, you were wrong, because there's this. And now we enter. Wait for it. Should come up on screen in a moment. How do I like going down this way, I think. It cost me a little bit of health. The Untended Graves. And yeah, you get a trophy for reaching this point. Sometimes in the games, in these games, you get trophies for reaching like a point that's really, really far in the game. There are 2 such trophies in this one, the Untended Graves, and the other one is reached by using the Path of the Dragon gesture later on. So we'll get that too. Shriving Stone. Okay, this area is pretty short, so I'm just going to go through it at a medium pace and I'll try and explore everything. Alright, another pretty easy enemies like setup, because you've got these guys who for some reason like to transform before they start attacking, but once they do transform they become a lot more powerful. So let's just stay back, get this guy to swing and take forever to try and swing again. Don't worry about him. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, dead. Nice, I have exactly enough damage to take him out. That makes me happy, that makes me very happy. Okay, here we get an Ashen Estus Ring. So, you remember how we had the Estus Ring, right? And we've been using it every so often to just give us that little bit of extra recovery on health per Estus usage. Well, the Ashen Estus Ring does exactly the same thing, except for your magic one. So if you use it, you actually restore a lot more with each Ashen Estus usage. But since we're not using magic, it's not a big deal. Now this guy we've seen before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost. 6. Alright, he got me twice, but that's okay. Now I can go to full health. Ooh, Warden Twin Blades. Let's have a quick read of that. I don't think there's anything here that can attack me, but I'm just going to stand over here to be on the safe side. Here we go, Warden Twin Blades. Paired weapon wielded by the Grave Wardens of the Cathedral of the Deep and the Untended Graves. The Grave Wardens of the Cathedral, who put down reincarnating corpses, wield weapons that cause profuse bleeding for the loss of blood and bodily fluids, is said to slow reanimation. Something is coming up to me. You guys probably couldn't hear that, but I heard his pitter-patter of his feet. Roll. Oh, that was good. 1, 2. Good. Drink. Celebratory spin. Alright, there's a dog here if you saw it before. And not 2 dogs actually. Lock. And gone. Cool. That's those 2 guys are dead. Yeah, so there's Warden Twin Blades. I think if you like the bleed effect, have a quick look at them again. Here. Yeah, they have 33 bleed effects strength. Alright, so yeah, using that will have a good chance to cause bleed to the enemy. Or a decent chance. 30, I don't know how. Damn. See, there's an issue with these dogs here as well. Like, I guess what you could do when you're coming up to this area, if you don't want to take damage, try holding your shield up and just aim at the dog. Don't target him, just aim at the dog. Because if you target him, it kind of like resets your camera if you miss, and then your shield is pointing in the wrong direction. So if you don't want to take damage there, that's probably the way to go. We'll go up there and there in a sec. Where's the other dog? Pretty sure there's one more, and I think it's around here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Cool, 3 of them. Alright, 1, 2. Almost did the same exact thing as I was trying not to do. This one was sitting down, so you can probably... Nope. Been a real pest today. Is that enough? Titanite chunk. Let's go on the safe side and go Estus, drink. I think it was enough, but I just wanted to... It only takes a few seconds to do that, so you may as well. Alright, and so over here, you may start realizing that this area looks a little familiar when we get to this next bit, because you're about to see 2 crystal lizards, and now defeating both of them is pretty tough. So I'm... Ooh, I got... Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Being greedy. 2, 3. Come on. 1, 2. Yeah, they made them pretty easy. I don't know. Like usually, what is I'm trying to think of. Yeah, that's right. In Demon Souls. Step away from this one. In Demon Souls, hang on a sec. Right at the beginning of the game, there was an area that you could go to that it wasn't too much off the beaten path. It was just slightly in a different direction. And it was a dead end, and it was a knight, and he had like, I think he had red eyes. All the other knights that you fought to that point had blue eyes, but he had red eyes, and he was a lot tougher. He had probably about double the health of the other knights, and he did a lot more damage to you, and he was just so much tougher. And it was kind of like one of those things where what they do in the game, in this one in particular, you know, at the beginning when you fought that one crystal lizard, it said turn back. You know, it was the game developers trying to say, this is really hard for you. But with that one, or with the crystal lizard one in this game, it's not that hard to defeat it. With the one in Demon Souls, it was a lot harder. Alright, so here, if you're embered, you get to fight the crystal, what is it? Crystal, daughter of crystal something. Now be careful because she can actually be pretty hard. I knew she was there, so that's why I went and attacked as quickly as I did. Well, how did you get me like that? Oh no, now I got this guy. Drink. You'll start to notice very soon. That was a good dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it. Phew. I don't think she's ever jumped off the edge, this one. Oh, wow. Killing her gave me 2 Estus flasks back. That's cool. Yeah, so does anything seem familiar yet? You should start noticing the familiarity of this. I can't pronounce that word. Familiarity. The familiarity. Ah. Familiarity? Yeah, familiarity. That's correct. Of this area. It's basically identical to the starting area, or the little bit after the starting area, just before the first boss. And I know he's behind me, he's probably going to throw a knife at me. Whoa, hello. Okay, actually, before we go down, let me take this guy out, he's being real annoying. And because we're so strong, we can actually break that guy's guard. Whoa. And we'll get these 2 guys as well. Yeah, we've got another person to summon here. Perfect. Not perfect. 1, 2. Gotcha. See that running slash, how it did like 278 damage? It just wasn't enough to kill him. That was because it was running, so it does less damage. Oh look, we get the Swordmaster again. Do I want to use a Swordmaster for this one? Yeah, alright, I will. Let's do this. So if you run and jump here, oh, you don't have to land on this one this time. You can just pick up the, whoa, hidden blessing there. Luckily I blocked. Hidden blessing, whoa, didn't even see you. Don't know if we've come across hidden blessing yet. No, we haven't. Or we may have, but I didn't get one. So this one is Holy Water blessed by the Queen of Lothric. Oh, I didn't know that. Fully restores FP. There is a grave in Lothric that sees no visitors, a dark place where rootless warriors rest. The Queen of Lothric alone cared to wish the poor souls good fortune. And this one, same thing. The Queen of Lothric. Oh, look at this. The Queen of Lothric, married to the former king Osiris, was initially revered as a goddess of fertility and bounty. After giving birth to Ocelot, her youngest, she quietly disappeared. Ah, the plot thickens. So that's interesting. So she, the queen, Queen of Lothric, is married to the boss that we just fought, and the boss was, you probably couldn't hear what he was saying correctly. How did you get up here? You probably couldn't hear what he was saying completely, but he was talking about Ocelot, which was his daughter. That was what he was pining over. Pining? That might not be the right word. I think that's only reserved for when you love someone, or when you're lovers. Alright. Phantom Swordmaster, alright, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Iodex Gundyr was the first one. This is Champion Gundyr. And he's okay. He's like not too bad. He does have an attack which can be a little tricky. Please attack the other guy. And you'll probably see it here at some point. Oh my god, please stop with your attacks for a second. Go Swordmaster. There we go. See that kick? There's another attack. Ooh, that hurt the Swordmaster. But while he's concentrated on him... Oh, nice. I was just short enough to get away from that. Roll. Nope, didn't roll properly. What was that? Did some kind of energy attack. Oh, roll. Yeah, I tried. Damn those delayed rolls. Heal. Alright, taking a lot of damage here. Oh no, Swordmaster's gonna die. Oh, he's invincible during that phase. I've never seen that attack before, by the way. Come on, Swordmaster. Oh, he just got angry. Red eyes. Red eyes, black dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Super heavy. Yeah, there we go. There's a cool looking attack. Oh, come on. Damn it. Alright, even though that didn't go through, we should still be good here. That's gonna hurt. But I think he's gone. Nice. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just keep pumping that damage up. Soul of Champion Gundyr. And that is Champion Gundyr, defeated in one go. Then he lost to a few bosses, actually. Ah, the Black Knight Glaive. Now, this could be a useful weapon. Let's read this. I'm not going to use it, but if you want to use it, it most certainly could be a useful weapon. I just have to find it first. This one? No? This one. Black Knight Glaive. Glaive of the Black Knights who wander the lands, used to face chaos demons. The unique attack of this glaive greatly reduces enemy poise, reflecting the tremendous size of the enemies that the knights have fiercely faced. Skill, spin sweep. Sweep foes in a large spinning motion and utilize momentum to transition into an overhanded strong attack smash. Okay, so very cool. I don't think I have enough strength to wield it. Or maybe it's dexterity that I'm missing, actually. Let's have a quick peek again. That's dexterity that I'm missing. Okay, that's fine. There's no more bosses in this area, so I'm not going to bother going back to the Firelink Shrine just yet. Because this area goes on for a little bit longer, not too much longer, and there's just a few more enemies to take care of. And then we can continue with Lothric Castle. So yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Oh, actually I'll read, what's his face? Champion Gundyr. Once a champion came late to the festivities and was greeted by a shrine without fire and a bell that would not toll. Alright, not too sure exactly what they're going for there, but yeah. So I'm actually pretty confused as to why there's two of them. Like why there's an Ilex Gundyr and a Champion Gundyr. But yeah, that's just the story coming into it again, which is fine. I thought that was cool. It's kind of a way to tell, you know, to let players go, oh, okay, like I don't really get the story, but the fact that there's like a second place, obviously something massive is going on. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, what do you know? Got a Black Knight Great Axe from that one. These guys give pretty decent souls. Let's have a look at the Black Knight Great Axe. Please don't attack me. This one says, Great Axe of the Black Knights who wander the lands, used to face chaos demons. The unique attack of this axe greatly reduces enemy poise. Oh, okay, this is exactly the same. And I wonder if I can get a Black Knight sword here. Probably not, but... Wait, is this Black Knight sword or is this... No, this is, I think, Black Knight Great Sword. Just keep spinning. One. Kick. Yes. That would have done a tremendous amount of damage if I was at full health. I mean, it did a tremendous amount of damage, but it would have probably killed him. Oh, I mean, no, not killed him, just done a lot more. Like 700 or something like that. Anything from this one? No? Okay. He gives like 3,000. There's only one or two more of those Black Knights around, if memory serves. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I can picture one over here and then one on the other side. If there's one more, well, I missed it. Yeah, so this is leading towards... Actually, let me just go down here. Nothing. This is also where the other grave was. Like where the hollow is looking out in the Firelink Shrine that we know. But there doesn't seem to be any... like... replicant there. Okay, there's this one here. This one, just jump over him, get a good backstab. Did I say jump over him? Walk around him. 1, 2. There we go. Easy peasy. Anything? No, you're just gonna fall straight into the ground. And here we get the Hornet Ring. That looks like one of the swords that we can transpose. Interesting. We get the Hornet Ring. And actually, if we look at the Hornet Ring, maybe we can work out something. The Hornet Ring boosts your critical attacks. And it says ring associated with the Lord's Blade Siren, something like that. One of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the first Lord, boosts critical attacks. The masked Siren was the only woman to serve in Gwyn's 4 Knights, and a curved sword granted a swift death to any and all enemies of the throne. Okay, we haven't heard about Siren before. But there you go, Hornet Ring. So you do need to come here to get that ring. And now before we go in, we're just gonna keep exploring. I think there's one more place to go. So here, be very careful, because as soon as you come here and go right, you face this guy. 1, 2, kick. Ah, missed. Oh, I got my block off in time. Thank you. Usually the game doesn't allow me to do that. Nice. Taking him down. Oh, an ember. Okay, fair enough. Anything over here? Yep, there's an item. So let's go collect that. Even though I've done this area not a million times. I've done this area before, I always like to just check everything. Here we get the Chaos Blade. So there's a new weapon. Let's explore that one too. Chaos Blade is slightly curved, katana-like. This one here. There we go. A cursed sword of unknown origin bearing uncanny streaks on its blade. Attacks also damage its wielder. The sword is not unlike a thing misshapen, granted life, but never welcome in this world. In other words, chaos itself. Alright, so this one does damage to you, but look, it's got an A scaling with dexterity. That's huge. That also probably means, like the A scaling, probably means that if you upgrade it, it could probably get to S, like an S ranking in that scaling. So that could be a really powerful weapon. Here, this one here, I can't... yeah, what's interesting about this is you probably can't see it on YouTube, but the path continues. Oh, holy crap, there's like actual stairs there. The path continues in this tower. It's different to, yeah, it's just a straight path. That tower doesn't actually look like the tower in the normal Firelink shrine. So the path continues there. That could be where the DLC is going to be placed. Although having said that, I was wrong about the one in Bloodborne, so it's just a guess. Yeah, that could be where some of the DLC will be placed. Alright, so let's grab that Soul of a Crestfallen Knight. And if we come over here, that's where we fought the guy before. Anything here? No? We can jump up here though. We can jump up here though. Oh, come on, I know you can. You've done it on the other one. Fine, be like that. Alright, it's not a big deal. We can actually get up there in a different way. Alright, so that's it for that little exploration. Let's go into the Firelink Shrine and see what we've got here. We actually don't have much. When we enter here, we don't get a title screen saying the Firelink Shrine. We do have all 5 thrones still here. I have to check each area because I don't remember if I've got everything. I mean, I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so there's that, which is nothing. There's nothing here. In fact, I think there's only one item here, and it is an important item, but not for this playthrough, and I'll explain it when I get there. So let's have a look over here. We'll go out there in a sec. Okay. Now, remember in the normal Firelink Shrine how there was this tree, and every time you'd go close to it and examine it, it said a seed of a giant is yet to fall. When you examine this one... Oh. I may not have done something then. Huh. That's really weird. You're supposed to be able to get a seed, like a specific... It's only an online item, but you are supposed to get one. Maybe there's something I haven't done yet. That's fine. We'll work it out later. Okay, so the tower is still here. And this one looks the same as the other one. There's no ladder, although it looks like there are markings for the ladder almost. And personally, I still can't get up here. I still don't know how to do it. I'm trying. Everyone seems to be able to do it but me. Even if you could do it, I don't think there's anything that you could access. Maybe, wait, did I actually... I seem to remember actually doing it and there was nothing up there. Ah, alright, fine, screw it. I can't do it. I don't know how people do it so easily. I feel like I'm doing it the right way. The funny thing is, if I probably just looked at it for a few more seconds, like I looked at it again, I'd probably figure it out. Okay, each of these do still have the engravings, so you can still actually read what they've got. Now, I tried... one of the reasons I kept the cinders, I've done it before, one of the reasons I kept the cinders was to kind of see if I could place the cinders on these thrones, but I can't. So yeah, I just did that to show you that you can't actually do it. Ludolith and St. Aldrich. So we do have 3 of them. This is a hidden wall. And this is a hidden wall. And finally, if you run all the way down here, you go to the right, you'll find, and there was actually a little glitch there that showed it, that this is a hidden wall. So all of those hidden walls lead to this area to hide a very special item. This is the eyes of a firekeeper. And I'm not going to be using them in this playthrough, but we will need to in the second playthrough. I'll try and explain as... I'm almost done with the episode here, but I'll try and explain. So the eyes of a firekeeper. First, let's read them. Key item? Key item. Reveals horrors to the sightless firekeeper. A pair of dark eyes, said to be the eyes of the first firekeeper and the light that was lost by all firekeepers to come. It reveals to the sightless firekeepers things that they should never see. Alright, so you'll notice that in the game, the firekeeper that we keep talking to level up and everything like that is blind. She wears like a mask on her face and she's completely blind. When we go back to talk to her from now on, we'll have the option to give her the eyes of a firekeeper. If we do that, we're not going to do that, but in the next playthrough we will, and I'll explain in just a sec. This is a blacksmith hammer. I don't know why this is here. It's a very simple... I think it's a weapon, actually. Yeah, here we go. Metal hammer passed down amongst blacksmiths of the shrine. Serves as a strike weapon, but also excels at reducing poison, breaking the guard of a shield. Of course, a hammer's true potential is realized in the hands of a blacksmith. You can't give this to the blacksmith for any like special upgrades or anything like that. It's simply just a weapon, so I'm not sure why that's there. Here, though, there's a shrine handmade, and this is one of the weirdest bits. Let's talk to her.
A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
Okay, so if we talk to this shrine handmaid, we can actually purchase some more items from her, and we will need to do that. So let's just quickly talk to her again.
To skirt the curse's grasp, tarry not for long. 'Tis dark for now, and not a soul stirs. But remember, fires are known to fade in quiet. Or perhaps thou'rt captive already, like the poor girl.
Okay, so she's talking about someone. Hang on.
To skirt the corpse.
Let me lower the sound. She's talking about someone. I'm not sure what her ramblings mean, but she's talking about someone, it looks like. Alright, we do need to grab a few things here. Namely... Did I not grab this already? I guess I'll grab it. I don't think I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, I didn't, because it said number held 0. Okay, we'll grab that. May as well grab the dried finger. We don't need to. If you want to, go ahead. If you don't worry about it. We could grab this gear. I'm not going to. We do need the ring, though. Priestess ring. Increases faith. Pretty decent ring. Increases faith by 5 points, in fact. This one is also a tower key. There's also a tower key here, sorry, I should say, for 20,000. Not cheaper than when we got it at the beginning of the game. I've never tried to get it like before getting the first one, and it still looks like up there. Imagine like I'm looking up now at the roof to see if there's an item, but if I saw an item up there, I'd be like, what the hell? Whoa, what? What the hell? It disappeared. I can still examine it. Alright, that's a bit weird. Alright, if you come here, you get the coiled sword fragment. I don't even know what the hell happened there. I don't know why that disappeared. Alright, we'll grab that anyway. It's fairly important. What we can do is remove the homeward bone, select the tool belt, and place the coiled sword fragment, because what it allows us to do is basically it's an infinite homeward bone, so we can use it over and over and over again. It says, fragment of a coiled sword of a bonfire which served its purpose long ago, returns caster to the last bonfire used for resting, or to the bonfire in the Firelink shrine. Can be used repeatedly. Bonfires are linked to one another irreversibly, retaining their affinity long after their purpose is exhausted. Alright, cool. We're pretty much done with today's episode. So next time we're pretty much done with like this entire area. Untended Graves is all done. and Consumed King Garden is all done. So the next episode we're going to be continuing through Lothric Castle, trying to make our way to the final, not final boss, but one of the last bosses. Alright, so I want to thank you all for watching episode 36 of Let's Platinum Dark Souls 3. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.